All right, welcome to channel Dreadmoor. I'm your host Dreadmoor with my beautiful wife,
I'm Sensereha. Hello.
and we're gonna watch the second episode of this Dungeon Masters.
I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, we finished off. They were rolling initiative. Let's see how they do the gameplay as far as combat
They
goes.
brought that big dildo out on
It
table.
was a giant zombie dildo. Let's see how they handle that. Like, that's why one girl was scared. I'm scared.
I bet
That's
you
how much
are.
you are. Yep. Sorry, here we
Let's go.
This big fleshy monstrosity bears down on all of you, smelling of
monstrosity.
putridness and your inevitable death. Roll for initiative.
Yes!
There it is. A rabbit with unicorn head. I don't get it. If it was made out of paper, wouldn't it burn itself alive with the fire?
We're all gonna die.
I couldn't hear you.
Amanda, I know you took the minis home.
You got your wham.
Do we have them for this fight?
Yeah, we do. Here they
Oh, look at that.
are.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
they're
finally
painted.
painted.
Yeah.
They heard us.
I'm so happy
They heard
you
us.
so lovingly painted them.
I
Let's
love
hope
this.
that they get to see another
I
day.
hope they live. Yeah.
Could actually do the initiative roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
okay.
right. Okie dokie.
Oh, you actually get to do one, huh?
Oh.
Down.
18 plus 4 is 22.
Wow.
22.
Yeah, my man's going first.
You.
That's more like it. That's more like it.
Natural 27 coming in hot.
Oh,
16, not
That's
bad.
great.
Plus nothing for a 16.
I think I get 27.
Okay.
Three.
Oh, no.
Nice. I got a plus 3.
There
on
you,
this
there
one.
you go, Wesley.
You want to go
I
last
get
anyway.
a 9 plus 3 for a decent
12.
12.
Decent 12.
Eloine, you're up first. This creature comes up out of the muck, its many heads kind of lolling open, much like the bear from Annihilation. You can see the newly fused and absorbed body of Dr. Remus's wife,
Right.
kind of at the haunch of this creature. Before your eyes, it sort of starts to melt into the larger form, and it goes from calling his name, Reginald, Reginald.
That was Reggie.
Mint.
Halloween, you see Dr. Remus kind of falls to his knees at this horrible vision of his family being like sort of sucked into, infused into this massive flesh monstrosity. It is rumbling towards you with ill intent. What do you do?
So that emerald patch, he has emerged from that sort of emerald.
Yeah, kind of
imprint?
breaking the surface of what almost looked like a hard substance, like a hardened lake. He's kind of like broke the crust of it and come out from within, kind of sending waves of this necrotic fluid flowing out onto the banks of the more marshy area that you're standing in.
Okay. How far away would you say I am from it?
You have about 50 feet.
About 50 feet. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is in the vicinity for me to sort of take cover behind?
See, those are
In terms of
basic
cover, you
questions
do
you
have
would
some
ask.
options.
Yeah.
Visibility in
How's
those
your
areas.
hair?
What's
pretty
that zombie's
poor.
hair
There's like a
like?
thin
What's his
fog
wife's
or
hair
mist
like?
that kind of clings to everything. And you use like sort of more stable patches that kind of go through this mire, but the ground itself is treacherous. And in fact, if you were to take a step in the wrong direction,
need to,
you're
he's a
not sure
ranger.
how deep it goes. There are areas where the banks are a little bit eroded. So it would be easy for you to get half cover if you were to kind of like sink down into like one of these patches and go low instead of going high. In terms of like trees and things like that, most of the trees have kind of succumbed to whatever rot is eating at them, and they lay in splinters, kind of like slowly being absorbed by the muck of this place.
I'm going to try and sort of skirt down one of those banks and peek out, and I'll cast Hunter's Mark on this, and then I will do what I do, baby. I'm going to take 2 shots.
Absolutely, roll to hit.
12 plus 9, so 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay, that's a 7 plus 9 to hit, so
So that's
16.
a 16. That is also a hit.
Okay, so 2 hits. Hunter's Mark is a D8 plus 4,
Glasses on, taking his glasses off.
6, 10 plus D6. 11 plus a D4. 15 for the first hit. Wow, again with the ones.
You should be saying the
11.
cold damage.
Perfect. Well done, Christian.
Cheers, thank you, I appreciate it.
Has resistance to cold.
You're somebody that really knows the rules of this game.
I was gonna lean on you.
Somebody who doesn't.
Give her a chance, Daddy.
Oh God, please don't.
No.
I used the rest of my
I'll give you-
movement to
I'll give you what you
then
give me.
take-
Half cover.
Not actually stealth because I lost my bonus action, but to take cover.
Okay, Zora,
Hi.
you're up.
I'm going to reduce the size of this creature using my enlarge reduce spell.
Amazing.
Okay, it's a transmutation spell. It's an action of 30 with a range of 30 feet.
So you have to get a little bit closer to do this, but you can.
Okay, it's a concentration spell of up to a minute. And for the clot monster,
So
I think it's the
her
Constitution
movement
saving
plus
throw.
her action.
Perfect.
What a great
I don't
use.
know if the spell works on undead.
Yes, I really wanted to reduce it also back in time to like when it's a baby, but I have a feeling I'm not going to be allowed that, so I'm not even going to ask.
Why would you move up in the front line as a
24.
sorcerer?
Does that mean it works?
What is your spell save DC?
A 13?
It's not over 24.
Just shy by a hair.
Well, in that case, Jasmine, I'd like to use the sorcery point, please.
Ooh.
What's a sorcery point?
Yeah.
You can spend a sorcery point to get like a spell slot back.
Yes, you can use your sorcery
You use
points
it to
as
also to
bonus
quicken
actions to do
spells.
different things.
Okay, well, what I was going to do, Jasmine, is actually spend my sorcery point to re-roll the d20 and use the new roll on the same spell.
Which you absolutely can.
Yeah, guys, I'm crunchy now.
You can spend one sorcery point to re-roll the d20. You're completely correct. That's your meta magic ability.
Mhm.
Technically did not make an attack roll.
It says it's an
Nope.
attack roll
Yes,
somewhere.
no.
Oh, it says
it's
it's
not.
an action.
It's a
Yes.
save.
Well,
This is so
you know
there's
what? I tried.
you did. There's two different kinds of
Sound like
spells.
I've
There's
got
some
to
that
be
you
pretty
roll
cool.
in which to
Something, you know?
hit. That would be an attack
Right,
roll.
yeah.
In this
Players
case,
don't know how
I do believe
Put it on
when you
television.
instead
Put it on
you force the creature to make a save.
Yeah, but then
That's true.
people
Yeah.
that's
True. I
starting
read the
players
rules, but
starting to
not
learn
completely.
themselves.
Can I spend a sorcery point?
To create a spell slot, absolutely.
Great. Can I do that and cast Fireball?
Unfortunately, no, because
No.
what
It's
you're
like, reminds
doing
me
is
of my
you're
players. I
creating
wanna
a
take
spell
5
slot
stones,
that
do
you
5
can
things
use
in
in the
one turn.
future.
Okay.
So, like, if you've used up, let's say, your level 1 spell slots or level 3 and you're out, what you could do is use a sorcery point to create
Oh
a new
God!
one.
Now we're talking
Now,
about
if you
rules are in
haven't
the middle
used
of
your
combat
action,
round
You
one.
should
what you
just be
could
moving
do
back.
is create a spell
She
slot and then
can't.
immediately
She
use
could. I
it.
don't know how far
Well,
she
in
moved
that case,
forward.
Jasmine,
She moved to the
I'll hex
front.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going
She got movement
hog
points
wild.
left. She
I
could
love
move.
it.
Plot needs to be
There's a
managed.
hog wild.
She loved that
What
thing.
does your hex look like as you cast it?
A hexagon.
Ooh.
I draw it in the air. It's like a transparent big hexagon with a scary face.
Hexagon.
And it goes.
You all see Zora kind of recover from how this creature has kind of shrugged off one of her spells. And to be clear, Zora, this creature is huge. So maybe like on a smaller creature, your ability would have worked quicker, or your spell would have found more purchase. But this creature is massive. You recover quickly from your failure. Sorry.
Now you're
And
not going to come up to you
it
and
does
smash the shit
rumble
out of you.
towards all of you. It has a speed of 40 feet.
It has a speed of 30 feet because I hit it.
Amazing.
Awesome.
So it
For
can't make it
you.
all
Yeah.
the way.
Huh.
It is instead about 20 feet away from
The
you.
hinder effect.
Stressful.
I still think 20 feet's enough.
I think, yeah, it's, yeah.
Yes.
We're hoping.
As it shambles forward through the muck,
Yeah, how you doing,
slowed by
Zora?
your
I'm gonna move right in the
attacks,
front like an
and
idiot.
pauses briefly 20
She's
feet
new.
away from all of you, you notice that whatever small creatures are kind of existing in this fetid mire kind of drop out of the air dead
Oh.
wherever it passes. You see the gnats and other small bugs and winged things drop dead as it passes through these like clouds of insects.
We shall not mourn the mosquitoes. Little bastards.
It's got like an aura so rancid
Yeah.
that smaller, lesser beings die upon being near it. Delightful.
You see this creature like kind of confused. You don't see a lot of like thought behind the many faces and sort of dead eyes
just not me.
lolling back in the severed heads
It's
of the creatures that are kind of melting into this massive form. And it is instead almost animalistically drawn to the sound of Dr. Remus's wailing.
Mm.
As Dr. Remus catches its attention,
Doctor?
13. That is not enough.
Here we
You
go. Here's
see
his voice.
it almost fling a piece of its arm at the doctor as the doctor is immediately entombed in a almost spire of twisted flesh. You hear muffled cries of pain and disgust and horror from within just a mound of like crawling hands and feet and mouths lolling open, spittle dribbling from it. You're up.
Interesting situation. We have ourselves. I'd like to do two things. First one is kind of an observation. I didn't know.
Yeah, custom action.
I'm a doctor, a professor, in fact.
If you use
And
a
And
perception,
so
it's
this
action.
is a rotting corpse. We're in a fetid swamp.
looking
I
at it
think
the whole
it's fair
time.
to say that I know enough that when things decay, one of the aspect chemicals that is given off is methane, which is highly flammable. And so I want to surmise this thing may have maybe a weakness to fire or something, because clearly all this rotting flesh in this rotting environment with
Caution,
gas coming
action.
through in bulks and things like that, which is prevalent. Is it fair to say that I would know or surmise that it is probably has methane expelling from it?
You can definitely use your action to study the environment and figure out the best way. I'll give you this.
I would like to use a bonus action for that.
You know, study
I'm
this
sorry.
action.
I figure you'll find it's a bonus action.
What are you trying to do with your action?
With my action is because I
What?
want to
She
use
gave it to
dragon
him?
breath
What?
and flame.
Why are we just not? We're just avoiding the
That's
mechanics
the
of the
reason I want
game.
to see. Like, I think there's like,
why you have a movement
yeah,
and
like
an
if this
action.
is like if it's a missing
You can't do
methane,
it all at
Yeah.
once.
it's going to hit it a lot.
You get
harder
bonus
for you to
actions if
fire
it says you get a
breath
bonus
as
action, but you
opposed
don't
to
just
electricity.
take a bonus action. That was 5th
Well, then,
edition. This
like,
is
is it a spell or
5.5.
like
so
It's a
it's-
second level
flame?
spell that I have called Dragon's Breath.
And you can change the element.
Why are
you
you
change
letting
the
him
element.
do
I have
this?
great news for
You're
you.
pissing me
Yes,
off,
That's a
DM.
bonus action.
Yes.
That's a
my
bonus
God.
action. So,
Is it
Change
bonus
the
action?
rules.
Amazing. Great,
Yes,
thank you.
yes.
So I can do the
Ah,
sorry, I
I
used
got
my
a bonus
glasses on
action.
for this. So I'm gonna look around the environment. I have a and just check things out.
yes, here's how this is going to work.
Yes,
You
tell
can use your action to study the scene and figure out the best way to make use of truly this, like, I did describe earlier that you see like kind of spontaneous combustions from the swamp gas.
Yes, you did.
So using your action to study the area, you do realize that there are pockets of flammable gas that would amplify
Yeah.
any fire spell cast there. You can then use your bonus action to touch a willing creature and imbue them with Dragon's Breath.
Intelligence is so sexy.
I knew I married it for some reason.
Yes,
I
yes.
just realized what it was.
I just did too.
Yeah.
I just did
Yeah,
too.
but
I don't know anything about this zombie class. So I don't
We'll
tell
have
you
to see.
So very quickly,
weaknesses.
listen, I haven't got much time to explain, but I know that we haven't got off the best
Look
foot.
at
but
you, grab
you're gonna
her
have to
again.
trust me.
I
I'll
touch
just
you.
smack you really hard on the back, and sort
What?
of with my then study thing, sort of start screaming out, just open your mouth, and then I'm gonna roll for my study.
See?
Open your
You
mouth.
have to trust me, just open your mouth.
Yeah, it's completely innocent. What are you talking about,
completely
Dan?
No, I did.
Oh my gosh, you
Also,
don't like
because
it.
you're a magic user as well.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
You're touching
assuming
her.
you when
Yeah.
I touch you, you
Yeah.
kind of get
I
it.
feel like
Yeah.
this weird kind of because I
It's like a hairball.
Yeah,
It's like a
you do.
spicy.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
spicy.
Spicy.
It's a spicy
gooey,
jalapeno.
white
yeah, because it's like
feel-
the dragons
Yeah.
they brew it in there, right?
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Yeah,
Is that what it's like? You know all about it.
Is what's gonna happen.
That part is successful,
out.
actually.
But automatic. Okay, cool.
If you can give me a investigation.
We're on round 1. You
since
guys
it's
should already be on
intelligence
round
based.
2 already. What are we
Okay,
doing
cool.
here?
That's a +6. It's also proficiency, so it's a +9,
Amazing.
which is great. Look, watch me.
Amazing.
All right, that is 11 + 9 for a dirty
A dirty
20.
20. So with that, Wesley, you will have advantage as the good doctor, kind of, or the good professor. I forget which
Oh,
one.
I
you
didn't go
prefer.
to school to be called doctor. Thank you very much.
I didn't go to school to be called doctor.
What did you go to school for?
Did you go to
I
school?
feel that's a tale for another time. But,
I
okay.
love
I've
it.
already heard that.
I've heard them all.
This is sort of going to grant you the help action. When you roll your breath attack, you'll gain 2 additional damage die.
Okay.
From Professor Krem, kind of pointing out the pockets of gas floating around this monstrosity's shoulders.
I'm going to point them out like a red setter.
Yeah.
A breath weapon is a cone
It just
effect,
takes off his
so it's
glasses.
not like you're going to hit a
All
specific
right,
target.
okay,
You're going
I
to hit the whole
feel-
creature.
and
What are we
you
talking
will
about?
Sort of like bubbling
There
up.
it is.
Like I think I'm probably like gonna vom because
Yeah.
I'm so scared. But I feel like it's not that. It's something different than that. And I fire at one of the gas like explosions that is coming out
It's
of the
gonna
bomb.
roll a dex save.
Okay.
And instead of 3d6 damage, you get 5 because
Whoa.
Wow.
because of that successful roll
Okay,
earlier.
5d6.
I wonder if this is
And if
really
they
in the
fail,
monster.
they take half as much damage on a successful one.
Fantastic. They rolled
Yeah.
a 14.
Okay.
What is your spell
They made
save
it.
DC?
Oh yeah, what's your
They made
spell
it.
save?
I think it is a
DC
14.
It's
It's
a
14.
dex 14.
Yeah,
She
so
made it.
meets it, beats it. It is going to take half damage, but you do have 5
She has to
die on
keep
it.
telling
Okay,
them.
great. All right, we'll
Meets
start
it,
with
Yeah.
these two.
14
Yeah,
means
so I have
it hit.
10 so far. And then another 4, so 14.
One more.
Why don't you roll them all at
3,
once?
17,
17.
so it'll be 8 damage. You still have your
I'll roll
bonus
one at a
action.
time.
Okay, I'm gonna stay with my friends. For my bonus action, I can summon my spiritual weapon.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What?
So I think
Yeah, it's
I
it-
kneel to the ground.
Some spells allow you to
and I
cast as a
pray
bonus
to
action.
Aureel,
Okay.
and I summon.
That's like I
this
said, when
kind
you
of
get a bonus action,
big
it'll
stick with,
specifically
like,
tell
like
you
icy
if it's a
spikes
spell or
coming out.
action.
As
bonus
you
action.
summon your spiritual weapon that normally takes the form of a truncheon, this time it does not. Instead, you see a massive scythe come out with a wicked curved blade.
All right.
Okay.
What?
That's not
What?
That's what they all
That's
say.
not good. I
What
create
do they
a
all
floating
say?
spectral force that resembles a weapon of my choice and lasts for the duration. In this case, it has shifted because we're in a different plane. The force appears within range in a space of my choosing, and it can immediately make one melee spell attack against one creature within 5 feet of the force.
Do you then want to maybe summon it
Yes.
5 feet away from the...
Yeah, 5 feet away from the creature, from
Why
the
would you-
zombie.
Right, why are you telling
On
her?
a
Let her-
hit,
let her
the
play.
target
Supposed to
takes
get
force
damage.
damage
Right.
equal to 1d8 plus my spellcasting ability
does. It's
modifier.
like-
I
It's
know.
a
I just
three.
DM
Yeah.
without
So go
one.
ahead and
Yeah, DM's
roll
not supposed to tell you how to play.
hit.
Hit. Yeah, you got it. So it's a 6 plus 6, 12.
That's a hit.
Oh,
Right, and give me
you got
damage.
11 AC.
Okay, I summoned it at 2nd level, so it's 1d8 plus 3.
Okay.
That is 8 plus 3, so 11 full damage.
11. And what kind of damage is
Radiant
this?
force.
Perfect.
Well done, Mayana.
Ah, thank you.
All right. With
How's
that,
Clotty doing?
He's got a lot of hit points. Got a lot of hit
What is he doing? How's he
That's
doing?
plotty.
Zora, as you cast like a very careful eye over the creature's form, you realize it is still very much in good condition.
Oh,
Yeah.
It is still moving forward. Most of its assemblage of limbs is maybe the best way to describe this, intact, kind of mindlessly
it has over
destroying
100
everything in its
points.
path.
It probably
That's
has a
no
lot.
problem.
Yeah, they're 5th level. There's
plan.
4 of them, so yeah, it's got a lot of hit points.
You are
Yeah.
directly in its path, so that's good that you have a plan.
Well,
Eloine,
My
you're up.
God.
I
Bowman.
poke my head back up and I
What's a guy?
what do you think
Yeah.
I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take 2 shots.
Yeah, that's what he does. He's your damage doer. They have no
8 plus
frontline
9,
warrior,
that
which is
hits, right?
wild.
Yep.
That's what I would be doing.
Yes.
Sets a 15 on the dice.
Good
that
roll. You
also
guys can
hits.
roll it.
He is a good roller.
I should roll a bunch of ones.
Okay, 17 plus 8, 25 points of
That's
damage.
a hefty blow.
Nicely
Well
done.
Thank you.
Again.
Thank you.
Well done, team. We're doing really well, guys.
Yes.
I have
You're not.
25 feet of movement. We're all sort of bunched. I'm going to get away. I'm going to sort of move
Very
south
smart.
west and try to get behind it while it is approaching.
Yeah.
So I'll use all of my movement to do so.
As you move southwest, you kind of move past a little hidey hole Lavendria has like kind of popped into.
And I keep moving.
Oh, God, Lavindra, I
We
forgot.
don't need to know.
He wants away from her.
about parents.
Yeah, get me away from this child. I want nothing to do with Prince Anthony here.
I hope you've hidden in a hole.
She's
Yeah,
good.
good job.
Good job, Lavindria.
Do,
Yes.
do it. You feel empowered by that? Good. Great.
I mean, as you run by, you do notice she is kind of like covering her eyes and her ears, almost as though this is a drill she's done before.
So you know what? I'll stop in front
Hit
of
me
her.
in a hole
I'm just
and
going to
hit
position
somebody. It's a
myself in
drill
front of her,
she's
and I
done
haven't
before.
spoken
Hide
much
from
to
creme de la
Lavindria in
creme.
the course of our comings and goings, but if I can
I know
have
how
the
to
time
hide.
to say it, I'll just say you're going to be okay. Just stay behind me.
Mm.
And pass my turn.
You do
That's
notice
usually
her,
what-
her
that's usually
like
what the doctor
shoulders kind of
says.
relax a little,
need you
even though
behind
she's
me.
still
You
going
just gotta get
la,
behind
la, 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 and trying to drown out the noises of the dead moaning around her.
It's my turn.
Yay.
I'm going to fireball his ass.
Yeah. Amazing.
At level 3.
At level 3.
Yeah,
Holy
I'm going to
cow.
expend one of my 2 spell slots, Jasmine. At
It is a
level
level 3
and
spell. What are we
I'm going to
talking
mark it
about?
right now.
Well, we knew that.
It's a level 3 spell.
Yes, that is definitely going to hit.
I've got my special dice for this.
Oh wow! Yes.
What are we
They're
talking
so
about?
good.
You can't
And
upcast
if he
that.
just makes a
All in her
dex
dice.
save,
Yes, it does. 13.
that's a 2.
Full damage. Full damage.
Full damage.
How does it look?
8d6.
How does it look when you cast it?
Oh. I like to think
86.
that Zora sometimes has a bit of indigestion. So when we when we cast Fireball, it's sort of like a big burp, you know?
Yeah.
I know the feeling.
It's going to
No,
be
it's
like
not. You know the feeling?
Yeah.
But just imagine it really loud as we're at level
The
3.
fireball
fireball
comes
come
from
out of
your
your mouth?
hands
Yeah.
and shoots a
Oh, hell yeah.
fireball
Okay.
into the location
Where else would it
explodes.
come out of?
Doesn't come from your
Mouth?
fucking mouth.
Your hands?
The sky.
But you know,
The
Right.
sky?
you draw your power
Oh my
from
God.
your cursed blood.
Mm.
So I think, like,
I
yeah, you
am
being a hex blood, it
horrified
makes
at
sense
this
to me
girl's
that it would
gameplay.
come from within you in a sort of carnal way. Probably a little disturbing to look at. Roll damage.
Okay, I'm going to roll all of these dice, and Christian's going to add them up. Here we go.
Did she allow her to upcast that? I don't understand.
16.
You didn't roll for your hex damage.
You had to have
So you roll
your
another D6.
teammate add your
Great.
dice up?
This could be better.
No.
Okay, we have to work on this. That's a 6.
Listen, so as you draw on your powerful hexed blood, almost inflicting this creature with the same
he didn't really just
affliction
count it,
that
he said count it
afflicts
for me.
you. Your
I
fireball
can't
kind
count.
of lands.
I
It
can't count
bursts
dice
against the
sixes.
side of its form, unfortunately not triggering one of those pockets of gas.
Oh.
And but it does let off like an explosion. The creature rears back, and then you see your spell amplified by the hex you cast on it the turn before. It is bloodied.
Nice.
Nice.
Like almost 100 points.
Unfortunately, it is also its turn. Angrily, blindly, it comes forward
No.
on legs made of countless arms and limbs sort of stitched together, and then brings down both of its malformed fleshy fists onto Zora and I would
These
think this
guys.
would maybe be Wesley. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I think I was the closest.
That is a 19 and a 17.
Oof.
Oh, they hit both of us.
Yes.
Yes, it's 2 attacks. 2 separate attacks.
19?
Yes.
That'll hit you, right?
Okay, yeah, that hit.
You moved her to the front lines.
There's a
What are you
10.
what are you
Gotta
expecting?
protect her
Yeah.
At
I've
all
got a
costs.
She's a
10,
sorcerer.
Thank you,
You
Eloise.
do?
Yeah.
All right, so you will take
That
Oh,
is
there's a lot of
true.
dice.
Sorcerers are in the back.
Why didn't
15
she
points
cast
of
the
bludgeoning
fireball and
damage.
move
Still
out
pretty
of the
good.
range of the creature?
16 points of bludgeoning damage. As both of these limbs kind of crash down, you see the limbs kind of like flying off of both of these appendages as pieces of the people buried in this bog begin to come off of it and sink
Oh,
back
here we
into
go.
the muck to like rejoin this greater creature at some point. It is Dr. Remus's turn.
Oh no, he's entombed.
At the top of his turn, he takes damage from the hands and mouths kind of biting and clawing at him in his flesh prison.
I mean, serves him right.
You hear the
Serves
sounds
him right.
from within the fleshy prison go quiet. Professor Cohn.
Here we go.
Do you think he's okay? Okay, having seen my wife being smashed by this huge creature's bludgeoning fists, and also our cleric being done, as Wesley being done at the same time, I sort of realized that things are taking a turn for the worst. So, in an act of stupidity, I'm going to dash forward to try
It
and
is stupid.
not
Yeah,
get
he's
in
got a
between,
16
but
intelligence,
get
but in
with
an
them.
act of
You're all
stupidity.
within
Yes,
sort
I
of
don't get
like
that. You
15
would
feet of each
stay
other,
where
which
you're
also puts
Yeah,
you
he's a
in
caster. Why
emanation.
even
So actually,
move
go
up?
ahead and give
Especially
me
after just seeing
a
his wife and
Constitution
everybody
saving
get
throw.
Yeah.
You need to beat a 14.
You just got smashed. I'm going to move
As
up and
like the
smash
waves
too.
of putrid, noxious gas coming off this accost your senses as you dash forward to interpose yourself between your wife and this monstrosity.
Okay, so
Yeah, give
plus
yourself
5 to this roll.
a chance to
So
get
that
become
is going to be
nauseous.
15 for a dirty 20. Basically, as I sort of feel the miasma of it, I just go
Probably would have given like a poison condition.
storm in, so I don't
Yeah.
kind of take
You
away
guys
from
got
it.
asthma.
In your line of work, this isn't the first time
Oh,
you've
no.
smelled a bunch of dead bodies.
I've already done the sulfur experiment with the rotten egg kind of smell. This is not fun.
You're able to push through and move forward.
At this point, I'm sort of going to like take a very wide stance. I like the idea I've got a little mechanism. I'm going to basically cast
hell?
Witch Bolt.
Okay.
I like the idea. I've got this
Which
sort
is
of
a
mini
good spell.
Van de Graaff generator.
But it's a ranged
You have to
spell.
give
Give it a little
crank.
He could have
Yeah.
stayed where he was.
He
and
could have
saved
stayed
it.
exactly where he was at.
He likes doing stuff with his hair.
Uh-huh.
He
And then
does.
my eyes start
Oh.
sparking, my mustache starts sparking, and then I just click these little sort of like metal things
Yeah,
together.
Witch Bolt's got a
So
range of
clang,
60 feet,
that,
by the
and
way.
it just zaps out.
So he didn't
straight
even
up.
need to get
This is a
anywhere near
level
that
2
creature
Witch
to
Bolt.
cast that.
So it's 3d12 lightning damage. It is concentration for up to a minute. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a
never mind
bonus
then.
action each round to do that.
All right. So would you like to drop the concentration on the dragon's
Yes, I
breath
would.
to do this?
Yes, I would.
Okay, perfect.
And I
The
just say,
acid subsides.
one of my
Thank God
favorite
you brought
spells
that
is
up.
to talk. This is, I call it a spark of inspiration. And I zap them. This is a magic roll, I guess.
So this will be your ranged spell
guessed.
attack.
Plus 6 to this, good to see, which is 10 plus 6 for 16.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
This is a 3d12.
Here we go.
Slow motion. Something good always happens in slow motion.
22
decent
points
roll.
of damage.
Your foe falls.
Ah!
Paint the picture. What does the rest of the world see as
You
your
paint
enemy
the
crumbles?
picture.
Right, you're the
to
So
DM.
my
You're
hair is
supposed to
standing
paint
like
the
crazy
picture,
on end.
not
My eyes are
the
going
player.
completely wild. Naturally, as I start zapping it, I realize that the body
be running to
parts
your
are
wife.
conducting straight through the entire system of this creature. And I realize that I'm now kind of in control of its nervous system. So I start
think
stepping
so.
forward, like pushing almost against a resistance that you can't see, but and start literally ripping it apart limb by limb.
That is not what the
And then
spell
eventually-
does. It just
All you
shoots
see is like little
electricity through the
smoke coming
body.
up from my body as my head just goes down.
Look at the theatrical music.
Yeah. Do some
In
theatrics
the
in there.
quiet stillness of the bog you are in, all you hear is the static electricity kind of coming off of Professor Krem. And as the limbs kind of sink into the wetness of the earth, you see the dead form of Dr. Remus. And in some ways, it's poetic because you see around him the hands and faces of his family.
I don't know if he's dead or not, but I would like to jump across to
wouldn't be
him
dead.
and put my hands on his chest
He's gonna
and try to
jump.
use and literally try to shock him back in life with the residual static electricity in my body.
You know, it
Give me a
doesn't.
medicine check. You can
No.
do so with advantage because this is a very pivotal moment.
No.
A very. I love the way
It
you
doesn't
feel.
have.
Can I
Witch
give
Bolt
you
is
guidance?
over as soon as you
Absolutely.
if
You
you
feel
put it on
like
a
a
target
cold
creature.
sort of
Once the creature's
wish.
dead, the spell's
Yeah.
over.
And you get
Okay,
an
cool.
additional D4.
Additional D4, thank you. I'll roll the D4.
Get the fuck out of
first.
here. We're just
That's
making
the
rules up
D4.
now.
That's a 1.
That's a 1, great. Plus my medicine plus a proficiency, so that's 5 minus 1 for my wisdom being sucky, so that's 4 plus, that's 5 plus 5 in total. Wow, we got there in the end. All right, so plus 5 and 13 plus 5 for an 18. Oh! Doctor?
Oh my god. Doctor. You would need a healing spell of some
No.
type.
No,
A
no,
residual
no, no!
switch
I
bolt
can't
left.
be here
Back
again.
from
I can't
undead.
be.
You would-
I was with them. I saw them in the.
I shoot him.
Yeah! Yeah!
I love it.
7
Good-
plus 9
good
for a
for
16.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you
I
doing?
be with his family. Why
7 points of damage. 7 points of damage.
He was just stabilized.
Yeah, I grab Lavindria and I bring her to you and I say to you, you brought her here and all he's concerned about is bringing her back and bringing him back. You need to take responsibility for her. I'm done caring for her. This is on you two. You get your head in
Yeah!
there. He's dead.
Yeah, he's like that. Are we friends?
I'm literally speechless.
Do you know what they're doing? Are you okay with this?
What do you mean?
Yeah, she's a grave domain.
You can't smell it?
Smell what? What do you smell?
I'm
His
sorry.
feet. You can't smell his feet?
Eloine?
Look at he's
What did you smell?
He brought her back.
From the dead.
Oh, well, hang on a second. This is not what you think it is. And like, I'm looking at my wife, like, this is a problem.
She's so confused.
And I look at her, and I start getting my hands down to my sides.
Don't do it.
I haven't unsummoned my spiritual weapon. So like a cold spectral scythe is next to me. Explain.
You
I love
don't understand.
Neither of you have children. You know, you don't get it. It's not what you think.
What is she?
What do you mean?
I'm going to move carefully.
Yeah, I will-
but I'm
I
going to
will-
move to her, but still keeping my eyes on both of these. And I'm going to get close. I'm going to stand in front of her and go,
She's our daughter. And if you take one step towards her,
What is she?
She's a child, Wesley. That's all you need to know.
now we pay
The
you
fucking goblin.
to help out.
You haven't paid me.
You haven't.
Be that as it may, the deal is the deal. We are paying you to help, as you have been in several months. This is not your concern. If you take one step towards her,
She's not the problem. I was protecting her. I was in front of her. And your first priority was to bring him back from the dead.
well, why wouldn't I? God damn it, he's...
Coming back isn't that fun. I should know.
It would appear at this moment that perhaps it would serve us well to be honest with each other. This is not what I assume will be the last danger we face. And if we are to survive and keep living, it would probably serve us best to know what we are working with.
Fair enough. My face contorts. And I go over to Remus and I take a bite from him.
Oh,
That's
What
What the hell?
And as I do, and I ingest his blood, you've known me to be a bit pallid and weak, and I seem to strengthen a little bit. I let that composure fall.
I start doing a rite just so that, you know, like I put his spirit to rest to ensure that he does not reanimate in some way.
You can definitely attempt to do so.
Yeah, I would
Give
love to
me
attempt to do
a
so.
religion check.
Okay.
I'm so confused what's happening here.
I'm a little confused why you bid them too.
There's a lot of like backstories being
You
played
go
out. We
through
have
all
no
the
idea what's even
motions that you
happening.
would go
Exactly.
through in the material plane.
Yeah.
You know these spells by heart.
Mm-hmm.
You're not sure if they work. You're not sure if this place does have power, but it makes you feel better.
Mm.
You keep fucking with things you don't understand.
well, I mean,
Why is everybody fighting?
It's okay, Lavandria. We're just having some adult talk. And I think Eloine has said more than enough for now.
Is it too much to say that as part of the fact that we're academically led and tinkerers and all that stuff, and I'm teaching her, that we have a little secret language between myself and...
Oh, yeah.
I bet you do.
Like the way kids come up with like fake languages.
It's like a fake sign language.
Yeah.
That
What
it
the
doesn't exist
hell?
for anybody apart from the two of us.
Mm.
So what I'd like to
Did
do...
you take that as part of your
yes,
languages?
listen to Zora. It's absolutely fine.
I'm just going to sign a symbol which says bad people and just sort of like do this, which is indicating where I'm directing, indicating these two people, as my back is turned to them.
Oh, just a little...
Again.
They only got a face.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay, honey. Just
She
stick
gives
it...
black.
you a knowing nod, and you do notice, Zora, you would notice she kind of sidles up a little bit closer to you.
Well, I think we can park all of our disagreements till later, so maybe we should...
The
Move
bottom
on.
line is we need each other,
Hmm.
for better or worse.
She's a
And
drow
I
elf,
think
that's
we
why I
have
said
been
that.
honest, and now everything is out
Okay.
in the open, so we can carry
Drow
on
elves are
to...
black elves.
Everything's out in the open?
Yes, I think everything is out in the open.
Yeah, I don't want to be here anymore. It smells bad. And it's scary.
We're working on a way to get out of here. Well, that's the idea.
Otherwise, we're all going to end up like the doctor.
No,
I don't like the baby talk.
I don't like it either.
no.
And you notice like her eyes kind of linger on the doctor, who actually looks peaceful, resting in the arms of his zombified family.
With
The
an
doctor
arrow in
was
his
right where
chest.
he wanted to be.
We are not. Why do we want to go home? Don't
Yes.
I want to go home.
we? Yeah, so do we.
I don't like it here.
I think we should go back to the town. Haroth, they had the right of it, obviously. We should speak with them.
And what about this Madame Insa?
They would probably know where to find her.
Back to Harath then.
When you return to Haroth, you realize that they are waiting for you.
Yeah.
Because
There's no
the
backstory
spell,
of them
the
owing
ward
him
that
money.
kind of protected this
Yeah.
place was not
Right.
successfully diffused, although it was successfully detected.
Ah.
They ambush you. As you kind of come back towards the town, you look around and realize that you are surrounded
Good.
by
Roll
about
for
3
initiative.
dozen people.
Humans?
Elves.
Elves. I say in Elvish, the good doctor's dead.
A woman with amber eyes, her hair very carefully braided in 2 long braids, looks at you meaningfully and says, "Did you do the
What's with the
deed?"
hair?
Yes.
And then she kind of like looks past you, kind of worriedly, past the warded stones. "What did you see there?"
A monster. He led us into a trap. We killed the monster, and then we killed him.
"How did you know of this doctor? Were you his companions?"
No. We were brought here by Madame Inza.
Do you know her?
"No." You notice she's like nervous and kind of looking up at the sky at the gathering dusk with a concern that is impossible for you to not notice. Her eyes are shifty. They kind of dart back and forth between all of you and the gathering gloom.
I do the light cantrip. I take out just a piece of silver
Mhm.
and I touch it and I just sort of like cast some light to see if
Just cast it
the
yourself.
night is what's causing concern.
As you light it, she kind of gives you a wry smile and says, "That doesn't help against them."
Them?
Against them? Who's them?
It's like Silent Hill. You
You
can hear the
really
siren.
aren't from them. There's creatures in the night. They come out, torment, play with anyone who is unfortunate enough to find themselves without shelter, and then they've been getting worse lately.
So it's like Silent Hill. So
I
we've got Pet
don't
Cemetery
know
and Silent
of
Hill mixed in
this
here.
Inza that you speak of, but there is no coming and going from this place without the say-so of the master in the keep.
I assume that's Lord South.
I do not say his name.
Is there somewhere we can go to?
Not here, no. You're not welcome here.
We can't even find shelter for the night?
You reek of death. You've trespassed into the area in which we are not given clearance to go.
Hang
You
'em.
do not want to incur the Lord's wrath. You cannot rest here.
We were under the assumption that you people wanted Dr. Reginald dead.
What do you mean, you people?
And that's what we did.
Yeah. What
As
do
a
you
favor.
mean by
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
you people?
Give me a persuasion check.
I've got a +5. 11 + 5, 16.
She kind of like is still fiddling with her small like dagger as she's like not sure what to make of all of you. How do you know it won't come back?
It?
Whatever's dwells there will follow you here. Things do not die there. You have not done us a favor.
Oh,
In your well-meaningness, all you've done is incur his anger, and now it will follow you here.
If you ensure our safe lodging for the evening, I can ensure that any undead creature that dares to trespass here will turn and run, and perhaps burn with holy fire as well.
We have a child with us. We can't. be
Oh,
left
I
out.
had children too. We all have things that are precious to us, and unfortunately, all you've done is risk what little we have left.
Okay, we're not welcomed here, obviously.
I can tell you of a place where you can make camp for the night, but don't think you've done us any favors. No, no. We'll have to go to the keep and beg for his forgiveness, or his fist will come down upon us with a... I don't even want to think about it. That is not a place for any of our feet to tread. It is for him alone. And it is for that crime that the doctor was going to be hung.
Oh, that was an order from on high.
You said it.
Yes,
Well, you didn't do anything. We did, right? So maybe we should pay him a visit.
perhaps you should.
we need to rest first. We've had a long
We can
and
give you
difficult-
access to a small abandoned mill at the edge of town.
Yes, perfect. That'll do.
I hope he grants mercy to you and your little one. And she takes you all to an abandoned mill at the edge of town. The sails of the windmill are tattered and torn, and as you walk through Harath, sort of escorted by the townsfolk who've put away their pitchforks and torches, thankfully, you do realize that this elvish town at some point had seen better days. It doesn't look unlike the places where maybe some of you have grown up. A true community. Yet now it is a
Personally, I would have
darker
fought the townsfolk.
reflection of that in a
I
lot
would
of
have fireballed
ways.
them.
And when you open the
They
door
just
to the
took over
mill,
their
you realize
lodging.
it has not been used in a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And true to her word, as soon as night truly begins to come into full bloom in earnest, you do hear strange things in the gloom. Voices,
This is Chris Hansen. Welcome to
echoes
Dayline.
of events happened past, battles. Makes it difficult to relax.
Does this mill have several floors, like a second floor?
Yeah, it has like one floor up high that you have like a very long spiraling staircase to get up to, and that's usually used for the maintenance of the windmill cell.
And there's a window up there, I would imagine, to see out?
Yeah, you can kind of see out actually past the dilapidated sails of the windmill.
Okay, I'll say I'll take first watch, and I'll say as an aside to you, I think we should talk later. And I'll make my way up to my my perch.
I'll follow you up, Eloise, just to see as well.
I'd like to bar the door on the downstairs bit as I come into. Also, I'm not letting Lavender go upstairs. And if she goes upstairs, I'll sort of gently stop her, make a bed for her downstairs.
It's so heartbreaking to me.
You will.
You're using the kid.
Right,
against
I know you will.
Yeah.
You stay down here with Daddy.
Lavender amuses herself with a game you've taught her with
Yeah.
like a sort of piece of yarn that she carefully like creates a web with between her fingers, and then she like offers her hands up to you to transfer them to yours. And
This is a game we've played for many years, and even though I'm relieved that she's distracting herself with this, there's also a moment where I actually kind of secretly really enjoy it. And it's a thing that gets more complicated as it goes. And the idea is that you have to keep the web going, passing between each other until eventually the web becomes one complete thing between the two of us. So it's sort of like, oh, wow.
I don't have any of my other toys, but I have a big piece of twine, so I thought maybe
Oh my God.
Remember what I told you? Where there's twine, there's...
toys.
That's right.
I kind of just thought you were being old, but
Oh.
maybe
Oh, no. Well,
maybe you
get
had
to-
a point.
That's right. We, you know, well...
Old people like to play with dumb things like balls and strings.
Personally, I always said and always
Balls,
believed
huh?
boredom isn't real.
Okay.
Boredom is just
You gotta
simply
stop
your own
Hey, they're
body
bringing it
saying,
to us.
I don't like what I'm doing. And
I
actually,
bet you don't.
if you never get bored, well, you're always going to be doing something interesting, even if it is just playing with a piece of twine.
As I'm listening to this, I'm almost falling asleep. And I want to find an opportune moment when Wesley is not up at the tower to go up to Eloise.
Oh, you got a secret affair going on. Huh?
away.
I
See
just
what's
before
up.
you go
Yeah.
downstairs, I'll just say
Yeah,
be
talk to
careful
you.
with them. We don't know them as well.
Is she like you?
She's a lot of things, but she's not like me. No.
Understood. And I think I go down to where the door would be, and I feel that it is barred, and I just stand awkwardly next to it while you two have a conversation upstairs.
Did you bar the
What is-
upstairs door?
No, downstairs.
Just I'm gonna be real nice and not eavesdrop.
If you are actively listening in, you can attempt to make a perception check to see what pieces of this conversation you can pick up.
I think he's very hyper-vigilant of the situation. He does not trust these two at all. He's
Definitely
also
roll a perception check.
quite
then.
shocked. So yes, perception. Okay, cool. Do.
And are you intentionally trying to be quiet?
When she walks
Yes.
into the room,
Mm-hmm.
I get a 6.
Okay.
when
Bring
she
your
walks
shit.
into the room,
It would be a listen
Yeah,
check
give you
too,
my
by the
hand.
way. It wouldn't be perception.
and I take a step out of the window and I grab onto her and I spider climb to on top of the tower itself. So I'm just going to hold on to you, and if you allow me to, I'll walk up with you onto the top of the tower itself.
I don't think there's even
It's a
listening.
little bit unnerving
5.5.
to
Yeah, that's what, yeah, I
watch,
think I might
yeah.
But I suppose it's nothing I haven't seen before, Eli.
Nora,
Sorry, I'm sorry. This is delicious.
This is quite. This is like Neil is affected.
You're
What the
affected?
hell was that?
it's been a long time.
What did you just do?
Oh,
I'm a Dampier.
Well, I kind of figured with the blood
Oh,
and
because
the...
he's
Yeah.
vampire.
Eli, listen, it's been so long, and I
wouldn't
Nora,
it drain his level?
your husband
Huh?
is
That wouldn't drain his
obsessive
level.
and neurotic.
What would have?
He's
Eli,
going to get us
vampire,
all
right?
killed.
he's my husband.
Yeah, you bit the
A
dead guy.
privilege you lost
Oh.
many years ago.
I didn't lose the privilege. You took it away from me.
I took it
Exactly.
away.
You took it away. But that's not the important part. The important part is when I saw you, I couldn't imagine you with him.
Exactly.
matter
None of
to
us
you?
could.
He's a little person.
It doesn't matter.
That's right. He might be a lot of things, but he is a genius. And you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. That's something that you should know pretty well. Either way, don't say anything to Krem And do not say anything to Lavandria. I don't want you to ruin this for me. You haven't been a part of my life for what, 75 years?
75 years, 4 months, and 30 days.
Oh my god.
Isn't it 74 months
Well,
and 5? I mean, 74 years
counting?
and 5 months then? 30 days.
I take her back down.
You're trying to listen, and all you hear with that 6 is Lavandra going, like kind of loudly through her obstructed sinuses.
But is she actually, has she fallen asleep? Because I like the idea that
She's nodding.
Oh my
as,
god, I like to
the
surprise
twine,
her.
piece of twine is almost perfectly there.
with my twine.
okay, so I'm not really present with her.
Mhm.
So I sort of
Oh, sure, fine.
start rolling up the spider web that we made together,
Mhm.
and then sort of helping her rest back into the mill or whatever the thing is, the cloth sacks and things. I sort of just gently take it off, and it's wrapped up quite tightly, so it's like a band, and I just sort of help her down. She's sort of like nodding off, and I just place it very gently over her eyes. Because this is always a way that when she got napped in
Oh
the
my
daytime,
god.
this would always make her
He's in
fall asleep.
bondage now, is he?
Night, night, little Lavender. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere.
I just sort of sit there and look around, and there's nobody here. It's just the two of us.
I think
and
Wesley is there.
Yeah, I knocked.
like I said, there's nobody here.
Yeah, I knocked.
I,
Wesley's so awkward.
Is she asleep?
I don't think this is any of your business how she's doing. Clearly, you have some sort of issues. And quite frankly, I think Eloise spoke out of turn.
It's my oath.
I don't give a hoot about your oath. I have an oath as well to my daughter. So,
Did she die?
it's not a question of did she die. It's more of a question of, is she alive? I don't expect somebody like you to understand this. You believe that life has its finalities, and I don't. I believe that there is no predestination of where you can go in life. So if you have the means, mechanical, magical, whatever, why not help? I think you need to be more mindful of other people's lives and be less judgmental.
Do you fear death?
Who doesn't?
I don't.
Young lady, I find that very hard to believe.
And even though I don't want to leave, I'm going to sort of look back at the door lock and then walk off into the room and find somewhere else just to sort of get out my books and start preparing my spells and just take a sit down.
I think I linger at the door a moment. I clutch my holy symbol, and I wonder for a moment if he is right, and then I go upstairs.
Before you go upstairs, you
He actually did a
can't
good
help
job
but
of
notice
role-playing
as
there,
he's,
he
like
did.
poring over his books, that sleeping with these makeshift blankets her father has made for her, Vendria looks more like a sleeping child than like anything else.
Yeah. Like she breathes, right?
Yes.
The undead don't breathe, right?
You're not sure if she breathes because she needs to, or if it's because it's just muscle memory.
Yeah, I go upstairs. I think I do pray, and I seek answers, like a sign from Auril. I have no protocol for this. The thing I know to do is to take restless spirits and take them back to where they belong.
As you pray and you try to reach out to Auril, you realize that in this place, it is an uphill battle to put restless spirits to rest. As the night echoes with the sounds of battle long since fought, you hear the marching of tens of thousands of spectral footsteps outside. In some ways, as you gaze out into the night and see the shapes of dragons and battles and people being tortured on racks, and you hear their sounds coming in and out of existence in the darkness, you wonder for a moment if you're in hell.
Is
That's
this my
just
punishment?
PTSD.
You
Yeah,
send
she's
people to
always
the other side
taken back
and
by everything.
looking around at you. Can't imagine that the other side is too different than this.
I take that as a sign.
So what do y'all want to do?
Is the long rest over?
Ah,
Is the
yes,
night
so
over?
you would like to take a long rest?
Should we take watch? Should you want to?
Yes, I'll take the first watch from top of the tower.
All right. Everyone who is attempting to take a long rest, your dreams in Sithicus are almost infected or invaded by the nightmares of the Dark Lord of this place. It's very difficult to rest here. In Sithicus, because your dreams here are haunted by visions and nightmares of your past or your future. You're not quite sure. Each of you give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay.
It's going to
All right.
affect your long rest.
You said Constitution?
Yes.
That's a 7.
A 7.
Okay,
job.
I got a +5 for this. So that is, let's see that, 4 plus 5 for 9.
Oh,
9.
You want to know mine?
Yeah. Yes.
It's a 23, baby.
Hey.
Yeah, it is pretty
Oh my
good.
goodness, that's...
Newbies usually do.
Okay.
You're so proud of yourself.
I'm
That was
so
a
proud of
I'm proud of you
myself.
too.
I don't have a plus on a lot, but I have a big plus on Constitution.
I love
saving
it.
throws.
Wow.
Yes.
Eloine.
Wow, natural.
These two. These two.
I take my watch,
Mm-hmm.
and as I start to drift off into sleep, I've always been cursed by nightmares. I mean, at least 100 years of that. I lost a party, I abandoned them, and I heard them die. And those screams have echoed in my mind for an age.
So these screams are almost like a symphony to you.
It's a lullaby for me.
Yeah. You sleep with your child, like sort of in your arms, with this weight lifted of having addressed maybe the elephant in the room. And you are
That is the elephant
also
in the room.
able to dream peacefully, lulled by visions of your patron, whose power seems to still have some dominion here. The things that this realm would attempt to scare you with pale in comparison to those that your dark mother, I guess, threatens you with. Visions of your inevitable future, should you not find a way to somehow trick fate
What is her
into another
race?
path.
We haven't even
And
learned
it
her
is under
race.
these conditions that you all wake up. Some of you
lot of
bright-eyed
things
and
we're just
bushy-tailed.
Yeah, there's no alignments. There's no
You
races
can
under the
take
character
a
sheets.
level
Why
of exhaustion.
not?
Oh, the
Ooh.
worst. So
is
at
the worst.
level 1
It is.
exhaustion.
You get disadvantage on ability checks.
On all ability checks.
Yes.
Almost
You're
as
tired.
though warded by this favor you put over Lavendria's eyes. You also notice she wakes up and is like bouncing up and down on your makeshift bed. Yeah, wake up.
Oh my god. Quit feeding this into our brains already, will you?
What
wanted to get away from this.
I did too, but they won't
I know,
stop.
I was...
This part of your
I
face is
know.
all ripply and it's hanging down to your nose.
yeah, well, as if my dear Lavender...
Who hit Wesley? Wesley,
I just
all
had
this
my girl
part on you
Lavender.
is dark like a
the
raccoon.
volume is up here,
Oh, well,
and it would
You
be
look
really
horrible. Are you sick?
be great if the volume was like down here.
oh, I got a funny story. I got trapped in the web. You did such a great job.
Oh, what is that sound? That's not very becoming.
Well, well.
Good morning, everyone.
Baby voice. Killing me.
I had a great
Later, I
night.
can finish.
You?
I bet you
Maybe
did.
not you.
You're right.
You?
Oh dear.
I've had better.
Relations
We
with my
have.
old lover.
Do they think they have a
Them.
coffee? Or no?
Don't be an idiot, Krem.
No.
I
Oh.
reach into
she doesn't like him.
my
She does
wares
not
and I
like
pull
him
out
at all.
some
I think
ashes,
that-
just some
what,
food.
you
I
got
break
money
some
or
off and I
something?
give some to Lavendria first. I offer some to Lavendria first.
She snaps it up greedily.
Then Wesley, then Nora, and then the good professor.
I actually intermittent fast. I'll have something later. Thank you.
He does.
What
that,
a ding
yes,
dong.
it's rather
And he has a
annoying.
high
He won't take the
intelligence.
whole
I
meal.
know.
The screams
You
of
would eat,
suffering
of
in the
course,
night
to
do
gain
not
some
disrupt
strength.
your
You're gonna need
rest
that food.
at all.
Couldn't hear a thing.
I don't hear
Oh, he's a
anything.
vampire.
Oh, it's good you had a.
Maybe it's
He's
in your
not.
head. Sometimes
Oh,
I get a nightmare, and then I wake up, and Zora makes me hot cocoa.
You dream?
Yeah,
What do you dream about?
that's kind of personal.
Let's get you. Let's excuse me. Let's get you
That's kind
cleaned.
of personal.
Lavender, let's get you cleaned up.
Yes,
now.
darling, do you,
I
do you
bet
need to
you
blow your
do.
nose? Remember how we talked about doing that maybe
I
every
don't
half
want
an
to do
hour?
it.
Oh, come on now. I do it every morning. I pick up a
What's
cloth
going
sack and it's like
What?
huge.
What is going
Yeah,
on?
just
I
think
don't
they're
know.
old. They're old.
She blows, and as she does, a string of pink liquor comes out that kind of never seems to stop.
Ah, well, that's
Never seems
oh, great.
to
Oh,
stop.
I'm just
What is
completely
happening?
sodden and dripping and like, I'll just I'll get rid and just throw it out the window.
You feel like a little tiny wet spot.
Just out of curiosity, does it smell of necrotic energy?
No, it smells almost like formaldehyde.
Oh.
I give you a knowing look.
Hmm.
Lavender gives you a knowing look like,
I sort of do like again the thing, and then just like this one, I'm sort of like that.
She signs back
I don't know
like
what that
this
meant.
one.
Well, anyway, time to get on and move now. I see what the day brings us and whatnot.
And I want to just pull Eloise aside and without these two, hopefully, maybe knowing that this is a moment, and just say, and don't call me Nora again.
Okay, don't call me Eli.
Fine.
Yeah, her name's Zora. It's not Nora. It's not hard to remember. It's 4 letters. So just remember it.
Little girls hear everything, don't they?
She kind of like elbows you like.
Big goblin ears.
I just chuck her in the shoulder.
Yes, that's right. He just misheard.
I'm gonna carry on like sort of like getting a comb out and from my
So
bag.
is that
of
how
holding,
goblins
sort
are
of,
made?
like,
An elf has
hair,
sex with
nice.
a
Now,
gnome
would
and
you
it creates a
like the
goblin?
pink bowl or the yellow bowl today?
Found it.
How do you feel? What are you feeling today?
Orange.
Orange. I see. I got the orange.
Experiments
There's
inside of
a
her.
gag I do with her.
So,
gag I do?
Oh, here we go.
There's like googly eyes in the bag of holding, and the opening is like a mouth.
Yeah, it's like a mouth.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. Didn't get me this time. Here you go, kid.
She puts it in her hair, and this is the first time you maybe the two of you get like a full look at her outfit. I think this is one of those cases where it's like parents that are cool enough to let their kids dress themselves.
Absolutely.
So she's wearing like striped pantaloons in like purple and green with a smock that does not match it at all. It has her favorite Baldur's Gate sports team on it.
Is it the Gith Yankees?
What? Baldur's Gate sports team.
Yeah.
Gith Yankees.
Yes.
The Yankees?
And then nobody completes it.
What is happening? It'd be like her favorite gladiator
that
or
goes
something.
with it, but
Okay,
that's
it's
been
like a sports
lost
team.
in the mists when she fell through to
Yeah.
Ravenloft. And her hair is like pulled back in that type of ponytail that like small children have, where no matter how many times you comb it, there's
So for
always
2
like
hours,
bumps, and it's always
one.
kind of
We
like.
got one
crazy.
battle in 2 hours.
You place the orange bow right on top, which
a lot of cringy.
which finishes off
roleplay.
the hodgepodge look that's covered over with a very cute. I think there's a beholder.
I
on
gotta
that.
say, the second episode was
Well then,
it was very disappointing so far.
I suppose we should leave before the townspeople start getting, a little weird.
We're gonna go see
To
the.
the keep, then?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
suppose.
Wait a minute, though. Didn't we at one point seem to remember talking to this Inza person? Do you not think that
I
maybe
keep
that's the best line of
Coming
inquiry?
back to this, but isn't it strange that nobody has heard of her?
Yes. Yes, it is.
And
If her
yet,
name is Inza, maybe she could get us out, Za.
Slap my thigh.
Yes, well, let's think about this logically.
You raised her. This is you.
I love her.
I'm so funny.
No, that was you.
Yeah. DMs usually don't step in like that.
Let's think about this. We know the Lord who controls this area is a vengeful spirit of sorts,
Regret?
regret, and also with a iron hand, an iron fist, as it were, metaphorically speaking, of course. But what we don't know is this Inza person. Now, I would say better the devil you know than the devil you don't, except we don't know either of them. So my idea is to maybe go after this Inza person. Maybe they're adversarial. The enemy of my enemy is my friend and such. What do you think?
The problem is no one apart from that freaky-looking paper crow knew of Insa.
Solus.
Solus.
That's right.
Solus sort of appeared and then disappeared.
Yeah, when he was told to
Into the
hide,
air.
he kind of took to the skies, and then
And
you
turned
haven't
into
seen him
you
since.
remember that
So
feet behind
we
and
told him to
stuff.
hide, I think. So maybe we, I
Can
don't
we
know.
summon him?
Yeah.
How would we do that? Let's see.
Well,
Perhaps
that's something I was hoping you would
Speak
tell
with
us,
animals?
actually, Elwyn.
I could try to call for him.
You
with them.
have the speaking thing with the
Yes.
beast.
Yes. I'll be back. And I go up the tower, and I go to the top of the tower,
Mhm.
and I cast Speak with Animals, and I start to croak.
When you crow, a tiny little sparrow comes and lands on one of these like tattered up fins of this old windmill and kind of like gently chirps at you. Do you want to give me a chirp? That's like a pigeon, but I like it. That was good. You get the inspiration for you.
For doing a bird call, inspiration.
You do a better job than that.
And he needs it. He didn't get a good night's sleep.
I did not. Okay, I gotta say.
Yeah, you do a good job.
Sparrows have a penchant for being a little bit stuck up, and unfortunately for you, that's the case. She preens her feathers carefully and goes, yes, what are you crowing about? You know, I'm trying to get some sleep, and this early in the morning, I just have all these little babies going cheep, 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 and now I have you going co, 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 co. Do you have a problem? Do you have an issue?
So I reach into my wares and I pull
She's
out, because I
French.
do this often. I
She
have a
did
bit of
turn into a
turkey,
French bird.
and I pull it
Wee
out.
wee.
And I offer
Hey,
it
hey,
as
hey.
as an olive branch. Maybe you can take some to your little birdies.
Okay, this is a step in the right direction.
Good.
All right.
The
Thank
same
you.
French.
Thank you kindly.
I have a question for you. We, my friends and I downstairs, we met a crow made of paper.
Oh.
Do you know who I'm talking about by the name of Solus?
Oh, yes, I don't know their name, but I have seen a strange beast. It flies, but it's not made of feathers.
Right. Leaves an
I
inky
thought
trail.
it was going to come and eat my
Why is
babies,
she
but it
French?
did not. Because,
She
you
needs
know,
another
people like
accent.
crows, but they are doing some crazy things.
That's true.
I
yes.
don't recommend being friends with them.
Yes. Very sneaky and smart.
They'll eat your babies.
They will eat. They will eat your babies.
That's a real thing.
No,
Yeah.
Baby eats ours.
Maybe
But I do know one made of not feather. Smells strange.
that's the one.
He was taken away in a cage.
Recently.
Well,
Where to?
I can take you there.
When we arrive, I will give you all of the bird food that I have for you and your
Well, I
children.
don't know if I can carry it. My little body. It's...
How about in a pouch? I'll put it in a pouch and you can carry it.
Okay, of
Great.
course.
Do you want to hop on my? Do you want to just stay with me? You can grab my hand.
She
Or-
very carefully puts one foot and then the other one into your hand.
I tell her to hold on, and I jump off and spider climb down to the front, and you hear banging on the door downstairs.
Do you think we should open it?
It's me.
Oh,
Do we open it? It's me.
Good instinct.
Me.
What's your name?
I typically go by Farah.
Her name is Farah, and she said that our friend Solus was captured.
Yes, these big tin can on two legs came and
His-
it was on a horse and it had a big killing stick.
A knight. A knight in armor?
No, it is day now.
Right, right. I think it might be a knight.
They snatch the birds and they put the birds in a cage and they take the cage past the big tree and then past the even bigger tree and then they take him all the way and there is a big rock and it is covered in all kinds of thorns and vines.
I translate that to all of you.
That can't be good.
That can't be good. And why don't you?
Can your friend take us there?
You know the way.
But please make sure they do not snatch me up either.
We can do that. And I sort of give her a lift. I think she can take us.
She's kind of like popping from one foot to the other and then she takes flight.
I stay in communication with her, and it
Yeah.
sounds like.
Hey, that is our word. And every time she comes back, kind of leading you further along this path, you past like ruined towns and villages and forts even, through the remains of what maybe at one point was a great kingdom, but now looks more like a graveyard. She leads you past and occasionally comes back and gives you status reports. And she informs you that normally there are all of these tin man and it's big metal and they come out and they spread out and then
Tin
they go
men.
back, but
Tin men or
it
sin
looks
men?
like the path is
Tin.
clear.
That
Were
can't
you
be
from
good.
Wizard of Oz?
no, it seems to be a force of
It's a heart.
formidable nature. We best tread carefully. I don't know if you can do that thing again where we sort of blend in the surroundings. It might be a good idea on our march into wherever the hell we're going with this bird.
If I do that, I'll have to drop this magic, so we won't be able to communicate with.
But that is okay. It is, if you follow this path, I mean, from where I can see, it looks clear. You just follow this road to its inevitable end. And hopefully not your inevitable end.
Farah, I hope I get to see you again.
Yeah, I hope so too, because, you know, my husband is not that reliable with the foraging. So
The
this
bird has a
is a
husband?
welcome surprise.
What is happening?
Each NPC perfectly crafted.
I'd be turning up the heat.
It would be clear you nailed off that little French thing you
Were
did.
you flirting with the bird?
No, I was not
do you
flirting
care?
with the bird. The
Let me
bird
go
was
see you again, Farah.
You didn't know I could say that. You weren't speaking.
I
to
know.
me.
Don't you gotta know
Did you
that
just
you're
infer that I was flirting?
Yes,
I think
because I saw you go.
I'm watching this at this moment.
girl.
I've been hearing a lot of Noras going banding around the last couple of days.
Yeah.
I think at this point, Krem would like to make a badly thought out insight check.
Can
Absolutely.
I give guidance? Because I
Yes.
think I sense that, like, you, yeah.
So I'm just staring at him like,
at 2, Wesley.
I want to know. You're my compatriot.
All right.
And you seem like you're keeping another secret.
All right.
Go ahead, roll insight. You can add the guidance if
Yeah,
you
I
see him trying to suss it out.
I think
you
I
know,
just, like, lightly
if
touch
you're
your shoulder.
comparing
Yeah.
notes.
I put on my
Yeah, they do.
inquisition glasses.
You just feel like a chill, and you don't know where from,
Oh.
but you feel
Oh.
guided.
Okay, so there's a guidance
Yeah,
at D4
D4.
first. Okay. I do have a -1. So that's a 1 that
One.
cancels
Yeah,
out my
there you go.
-1. So I have +0. There's a 15.
15.
I said that
Okay.
very loudly.
Since you're trying to hide this from him, give me a deception check.
Can I give her the help action since I'm keenly aware that we
How
don't
are you
have-
helping her? Yeah.
I am putting myself between Nora and
Yeah, roll with advantage.
the professor.
Great.
What?
And I've got a +5
Don't
to
look at her.
deception, so that is 5 + 5.
Well.
Oh wait,
roll
I'm
again, roll
rolling
again.
the wrong dice. Sorry. 11 + 5.
16, so it's already a beat.
Only if you're inexperienced.
16.
Yeah.
And I think you had a 15.
I rolled a die
My
12.
poor deluded Krem.
Ah,
12 and
the
20.
old adage, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean you're wrong, maybe not affect
Not
on
if
this
you're a
moment.
player.
I think I
Hey,
just
I play.
sort of see
Okay.
nothing
You're not
here.
able to suss out exactly what is happening. I would say
Doesn't
you
happen
interpret
to
this as an awkwardness between them or an iciness between them.
Well, it's not a bad thing. After all, he's caused us a hell of a problem. Maybe she's just giving her an earful about our daughter and saying things out of turn. Well, good for Zora.
We have about an hour of this magic, so stay within 30 feet and move quickly.
What?
And I
Let me look
throw
up
the spell into the
past
air and
traits
cast
here.
that net.
Pass
Yeah,
without a
catch
trace.
that.
Yeah.
That's
Not an
easy.
hour, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Feeling
we all have
aura.
a +10 2-hour stealth checks as we traverse this.
We have disadvantage on
We
our
have
stealth
disadvantage
checks.
on
Still,
cancel
we
out.
can
Oh,
only
not
have
cancel
one
out, but
battle
you'll have
in
to-
2
This is a
hours.
straight stealth test.
We'll have a +10, so we'll still roll pretty good, but we'll still have to take the lower of the two.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, much as the name of the spell would imply, you're able to move
Oh, it is an
forward,
hour. I thought it
passing
was 10 minutes.
without much of a
Okay.
chase.
Apologize.
Oh,
Farrah's
apologize.
intel was basically
I thought
correct.
it was a
You can
10-minute
see
spell.
the well-trodden path of where several hooves and feet have kind
I
of
take
like
it back.
trespassed before, almost burying a trench in this old road with what you could surmise as the repeated sort of patrols of a pretty large regiment. But it is quiet and your journey is uneventful. Then
Sure
you
is.
see it. A jagged spire like a crooked tooth that comes erupting out of the ground and forms the outline of a tower on the horizon. The stone itself is dark and jagged and looks as sharp as the thorns it is encrusted by. It looks older than time, almost as though it is carved or rather grown from the bones of the earth itself. A primordial power rests here. In spite of yourselves, you shiver seeing this
description.
dark smear,
Yeah, I like it.
almost the scar on the horizon. Almost as though anticipation of you, even though you're still probably 100 feet away. You hear the old portcullis, rusty and heavy, begin to thump, 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 as it yawns open in anticipation of your arrival. You stand before Nedragard Keep.
Why would they see all the levels?
The seat
inside
of
it?
power
There you go.
and the residence of Lord Soth himself. As you're all almost compelled to step into the seat of Lord Soth's power, and in some ways, his prison as well, you hear the haunting sounds of young feminine voices singing and almost wailing.
Succubuses.
And the breeze at your back
Yeah.
almost
Sirens.
pushes you in. You see the jagged iron of the portcullis
banshees.
above you. For a moment, it feels not as though you're passing a gateway, but as though you're descending into a mouth. The maw of the dread lord of Sithicus.
No. No.
And that'll be where we end.
No. I'm
Like
fine with
that.
that. I'm fine with that.
And that battle lasted like 5 minutes too. Okay.
Well,
Well, okay. The second episode was not very good.
I give it a C minus because yesterday I didn't give it a
Yeah,
rating at all.
I gave yesterday a C
I mean,
minus.
I'm trying to be very open minded.
I'll give it a C minus again, just because there were some backstories that were kind of released here that kind of was, I guess, good for the
Campaign?
yeah, just to know who the players were. I just
Again,
the fact that we don't know their races
alignment.
and alignment, like the sorcerer, they never given it 2 episodes. I don't know what her race is. Now I'm not saying I have to know what her backstory race is, but at least let me know what your race is that you're playing that everyone can see. So I think that's pretty odd.
I thought
and
that
they have a Dampier, which is like a vampire. It's
with his ex lover.
yeah, with that's maybe she's a Dampier as well.
So again, I enjoyed the DM. I really liked her.
There were some things I did not like here. I thought that given inspiration for someone making a bird call was weird. I thought the allowing him to take bonus action in place of an action was weird. Yeah, it seemed like we were making up our own rules there at the start of that combat there for a second.
I seen that too.
Yeah, and then everyone running right up to the creature, even though everything they wanted to do was ranged, I thought was just weird. The only guy who did any good again was the guy with the mustache. Yeah, he actually is a very good player, and I enjoy when he stuck the good doctor in the chest with an arrow.
We were excited.
Yeah, I was very happy with that.
I like how he's really playing his character very well.
Yes, yeah. But all in all, I give it a C minus as well.
I mean, I'm still going to tune in next week to see what happens.
Yeah, we're committed now at this point. We're committed. We're in.
I mean, when you do an hour of role playing, and then you finally get to a battle, and we're starting off with a battle, and that's the only battle, and then there's another, because the battle didn't last that long.
No, it didn't. Well, maybe now that we're going in the tower, maybe we'll get more battles. Maybe these.
Well, I thought
places.
things were going to start coming. Once the limbs and everything off of that thing started falling off, I thought we would get skeletons.
I thought we might get there's just creatures called like crawling claws and stuff like that. A swarm of crawling claws. I thought those might come.
I just wanted a little bit more fighting, and I guess we're gonna.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm a battle and tune DM.
I can flash girl here.
As a DM, I get kind of bored when players just start chit chatting for 20 minutes.
But we need to know about the vampire.
I guess we needed to know the backstory. Yeah.
And please forgive us because we keep saying stuff about the professor.
And they're making it so easy, so it's hard not to.
I know.
So yeah.
So we just have that kind of personality.
Well, you kind of just brought. I'd never even thinking about that unless you make it sound like that. So, fortunately, that's how the way it is.
So much for sticking around, and hopefully you made it through the video.
Yeah, if you made it to the end, thanks for making it.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I don't know how you did, but if you did, hey, you get a thumbs up from this crew.
This is why we're watching it for you.
Yeah. We hope that our commentary helped keep you awake during the process, and we make you laugh and give you some insight too on some of the gaming aspects of it. I do apologize for the Pass Without Trace. I know the first episode I said was 10 minutes, so it looks like it's an hour with a concentration. So my bad on that. But again, they didn't specify when they casted it how long it lasts, so it kind of left everyone in the dark on the duration of that.
Ball.
Yeah, it was. So it is what it is. All right. Well, thank you for joining channel Dreadmoor. Yeah, we appreciate your time with this, and we'll see you at the 3rd episode. Again, if you're watching my previous episodes, I said I would never put this cast on or anything, but it was so cringy, we had to do a show on it. So we're going to be sticking it through the whole thing here, so we hope that you join us for the next episode.
If we're not.
Until then, we'll see you.
Bye.